Hello, so after postponing it a lot and going back also to the one video every 2 weeks format, finally today we're gonna talk about the Boston Marathon. After this we're only missing, I think, London and Berlin. So yeah, the Boston Marathon is the most important marathon because it was the first one. I didn't realize how old it was, but it's pretty old. I think most other marathons started like in the 70s and 80s, started really getting popular around then. But the Boston Marathon started in the year 1897, and that happened because they wanted to do like an event like commemorating the 1896 Olympics. So yeah, the marathon has been going on annually after that. I think every year except for the pandemic year last year, and it seems it's gonna happen this year as well. So yeah, it's really old. That's why it's the most important. It's the first one, and a lot of different things have happened there. For example, the first woman ran not officially the first marathon a woman ran. Let me try that again. It was the first marathon run by a woman, not officially, in 1966, and that was Bobby Gibb. But Catherine Switzer ran it in 1967, and she registered as a man because still women were not allowed to do it. And there's a very famous picture of one of the people that organized the race trying to rip her bib away and try to stop her from running, but both finished in a very good time, like better than most men running the race. So that happened in Boston. And then of course the Boston terrorist attack in 2013. And I'm gonna write down the name of a very good movie that I watched about it, and also about a documentary that you can stream about this. But yeah, that was in 2013 when someone left like a couple pressure cookers, I think they were, and they blew like right at the end of the race. You know, some people died, some people lost like legs and stuff. But that happened in Boston as well. So those are some things that have happened in more than 100 years of the Boston Marathon. It's the most important of the 6 majors, as I've just said. And I said before, and I checked while doing research for this, it's the only one without a lottery to enter. Like, so just not everybody can enter like the other ones with a little bit of luck. You have to, you have to have money to pay for a tour. You know, to pay for a travel package to enter it, or of course you have to do to have the time, the qualifying time. For men right now is 3 hours in my category, 18 to 34, and it goes, it changes. I'm gonna show it here on the screen. For women it's 3:30. But in Boston, this happens in most of these major marathons, but in Boston also, like if I do 2 hours and 59 minutes, doesn't mean I'm in, because there's so many people that qualify now that even though the qualifying time is 3 hours, they have still to move the time a lot further away, so only the fastest runners qualify. So right now, last year, as you can see, it was almost 8 minutes. So you don't qualify with just under 3 hours. You probably have to go for 2 hours 50 minutes to actually qualify. And it's worse. It gets worse every year. So I will never, I will never make it, I'm sure. So I will have to pay for it. The other way to qualify is through charity, and through maybe they do like in Boston or in the US like contests, or you can maybe like raffles and stuff. but it's not the same as the lottery where thousands of people can enter. They may do like a radio contest or something like that, TV contest to get like an entrance. And this is new. Probably this works for every marathon, but I hadn't found this information before. If you're like an influencer, a blogger or something, you might work with companies, and you might be able to run the marathon and report on it, with sponsors. So that's another way, and that it probably works for all of the other marathons as well. I didn't know about it until now. And that's pretty much it. To register for the next marathon, the registration will be open from November 8th, November 12th, 2021, and that's for the 2022 marathon. And that's pretty much it, really. As I said, it wouldn't be my first option to run. If I could run any marathon of the 6 majors, I'd probably like to do New York first, and then Tokyo, and then probably Chicago, and then London. Boston probably would be my last one, if I could just do any one. But obviously it would be cool to do it because it's the most important. If you want to do the 6 of them, of course it's important. And yeah, also, as I've said, New York and Boston are the two considered the hardest ones, and I think was Chicago and London the two easier ones. So yeah, Boston is one of the hardest. That's it. Finally we did Boston after maybe more than a month or two of postponing it. Soon we'll do the other ones, I don't know when. So thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and run.